for you? Is that too intense?
No, it's so good. It's so good.
Well, a couple of ways.
No, you did not come here so that you could hear about Brett. That'll do. I mean, it's not Love Island, is it?
I've been looking for that for a while. And you know what that's
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys, because today we will have to speak about this couple that actually developed on this series called Killings from Accounts. But before we get into further details and discuss everything that happened in the second season, where there is actually a lesbian marriage that happens, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you have watched the show or are currently watching the new season, please let me know your thoughts on it, because like I always say, your opinion does matter. So let's get right into further details, because let me tell you, this series is actually very fun and very cute. So basically, once again, it's called Collins from Accounts. Ashley and Gordon are brought together by a car accident and insured dog, and learn to navigate life together while showing their true selves. Scares and Colin, they actually also end up getting into a relationship. But that's not gonna be my main focus of the story. I want to concentrate on the character that's actually called Megan. And yes, she is gay. In this case, she's queer, she's a lesbian, and she actually ends up developing a relationship with two different women, which is pretty amazing. So first, we're gonna start off with her storyline when it comes to Ciara. So basically, Ciara, she is a married woman. She's going through a very difficult marriage with her and her husband. They have 3 boys, 3 kids in this case, but they are not together, but they are married and they have to raise their boys. They still live in the same house, so they be rooting. Some days she be with the boys in the house, and then the other days her husband be with the boys in the house. And that's how Megan actually ends up coming into the picture, because in this case, Ciara and Megan, they started to develop this romance, and it looks like things were very intense between them, and everything was just kicking off the way it should. But let me give you a very quick recap regarding season 1. So basically, in this case, Megan and Ciara, they met during season 1. And surprisingly, you can actually see Ciara was the one, despite her being married and having kids, she was the one that really wanted, to approach Megan. But Megan had mixed feelings, because she didn't know that Ciara actually liked women. But eventually they got together, and moving forward to season 2, you can see in the beginning of the season they are actually in a relationship. And yes, and we can clearly see that in this case, Ciara's husband does know about their relationship, but her marriage is just destroyed, with her and her husband. They are very toxic, and they just can't communicate with one another. So eventually, Megan and Ciara, they dated, everything was going good. But then, Ciara, she realized she can navigate marriage and having a girlfriend and taking care of her kids, so they actually end up breaking up. But it didn't take a very long time in this case for Megan to actually move on and find someone else. And of course, her best friends, in this case, Megan best friend Ashley, she wasn't very happy when she found out that in this case, Megan, she moved on so quickly from Ciara, because she thought Megan would take time off to heal and just to figure out, what's next for her. But the fact that Megan moved on so quickly and found someone else really shocked her. But at the end of the day, she actually have decided to be a good friend and to be there for Megan. You can clearly see there was a conversation that happened prior to, in this case, Megan and Ciara breakup. That you can clearly see that in that case, Megan, she was definitely more into Ciara than what Ciara was into it, because Ciara told her, hey, it's allowed to navigate you as my partner, as my girlfriend, my husband, my kids. And I want this to go somewhere, but it's too soon. And of course, once again, Megan was like, yes, it's okay, I understand, I get it. So you can clearly see that the relationship was one-handed, one-sided in this case. But eventually the couple broke up, and in this case, Megan, she has decided to move on, and she met this lady called Rumi. Rumi is very different from Ciara. They are two complete different people. They have different backgrounds, different stories. And of course, as soon as Megan met Rumi, she wanted her friend, also to meet her. They went to dinner. It looks like everything was going well. But there was just something about Rumi that, her friends didn't like. But you can see that Megan really liked Rumi, despite her friends not liking Rumi, because of her personality, the way she is. She just spoke the whole night. She never wanted to know nobody's side of the story, which in my opinion, I also feel like girl, you can take a break, let other people speak to it. Like that whole scene also was like, yeah, I get why in this case Megan friends got upset, because it was just a little bit too much. But moving forward, you can see that in this case, Megan, she has decided to stay with this case with Rumi, keep their relationship a little more low key, and then is when Rumi actually has decided to propose to her. And of course, when in this case Megan told her best friend Ashley that she was getting married, she was very shocked because, she and Rumi, they haven't been dating each other for a long time. They just recently met, they recently got introduced, and now they have decided to get married. And surprisingly, it was actually a pop out wedding. And of course, that really, really shocked Ashley. She was like, Megan, you just met this woman recently. Now you're already gonna get married. What's going on? There's still time for you to run away and take time to think and really process this. But it looks like Megan also already had her mind clear, basically made up that she actually wanted to get married to Rumi, despite her friends not really liking her, because of her personality, the way she is. And I get it, but at the end of the day, it's also Megan's decision to decide who she wants to marry or not. So they have decided to get married, Megan and Rumi. Of course, Ciara was also there. She was actually working at that's so confusing. This only happened in the lesbian community. You can actually see that in this case, Ciara, she was working at Megan and Rumi's wedding. She was like a bartender. But surprisingly, Ciara, she was pretty okay with it. It didn't bother her at all, the fact that Megan was getting married. And that just gave me another reassurance that definitely their relationship was one-sided and that Megan did the right thing by leaving Ciara, because Ciara was never, ever gonna leave her situation to be with her. So I was just happy that, Rumi found, in this case, Rumi and Megan, they found a relationship that works for both of them, even though they are complete different people, but somewhere, somehow, hopefully when there is a season 3, we will, get more details and see how things are, after marriage for this married couple. To be honest, one episode is like, if I'm not mistaken, 25 minutes long. I like the fact that the lesbian couple, get, camera time. So if you ask me, I really don't feel like, Megan should have gotten married to Rumi. I feel like it was very rushed. But as Megan was actually speaking to her best friend Ashley before the wedding, she actually told her, hey, I always wanted love. I always wanted someone to want me more than I want them. I feel like that's what's gonna work for me. And the fact that Rumi really loves me and gives me reassurance that someone that I want to be with. And of course, her friend accepted it. She was like, okay, if you love her and you want to be with her, I'm going to be a good friend and respect your decision, which was something very positive and showed a lot of growth in their friendship as well. But hopefully, moving on to season 3, like I said, that Megan, really starts to be a little bit more confident in herself. I feel like Rumi is it really treats her well, but I feel like she's very dominant over Megan, and I would really like to see Megan have her own spot and not be so vulnerable when it comes to Rumi. She just let everything slide, and that's not okay. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Hopefully, in season 3, we will get a little bit more of clarification. That would be really, really nice. But me personally, I would highly rate this series a strong 6.5. I feel like season 3, if there is a season 3, it could be way better. And maybe we could get a little bit more of lesbian scenes. But overall, amazing series, highly recommended. And you can go ahead and go watch it on Paramount Plus. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, and goodbye.